Hello, this is Terri, and I'm the founder of Guiding Dreams, and welcome to the second podcast for Guiding Dreams. Today, you will hear from Fred, who is an Uber driver and a good friend of mine. Fred was picking me up from the airport, and as he was driving me home, he started asking me about Dreamwork, and then started to tell me about a reoccurring dream that he had. So I asked for his permission to record, and that's what you're about to hear. So please listen, and in the comments, let me know if you've had any reoccurring dreams where you feel like you are stuck in an area that you can't get out, or just tell me about your latest dream. See you in the comments. Okay, so do you remember the dream from a month ago?
Yep. I was under a staircase. It looked like an apartment complex. You know how they have the iron steps? And it was like I was under it. And I could see the slit through the steps, the little slit. And I had to go through the slit, go through that little space to get out. It's always a small space. It's never like something my big behind can go through. It's always a small, it's always a small space, but for some reason, I can get out of it. If that makes sense.
Okay.
Probably not.
So, are you at the top of the steps or at the bottom of the steps?
Bottom.
Okay. And describe the steps again for me.
The steps are like apartment steps. Like when you go to an apartment and you see the concrete and the iron stairs. They kind of,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
And are you trying to walk up the steps? Is it difficult? What is it?
For some reason, I just end up there. And then I somehow get out through the little space. And then, it's like I have this anxiety. But then I wake up. And I'm like, okay, what just happened? And it's like I just keep having it. And so, I'm always wondering what in the world's going on. Why is this GPS taking me this way?
So you're trying to get out of the steps?
Yes.
You're not trying to go up the steps?
Nope, not at all.
You're trying to get through?
I'm trying to get through the little slit to get out of that area.
Okay.
Somehow I got here.
And in the beginning, are you anxious or what?
So, yeah, because, I guess in some way I'm claustrophobic, I guess. Because when I come into the dream and I realize that I'm up under there like that, I'm always like, no, wait a minute, what's going on? How did I get here? How do I get out of here? And that's when my heart started racing. It's like, okay. And then, you turn your body and turn, and then next thing you know, you're trying to get out of the space, and then you slide out the space. And it's like, phew.
So, and when's the last time you had this dream? Or this dream was when? A month ago.
No.
So tell me, in your waking life, like in real life, you're awake, your everyday life, what was going on a month ago?
A lot of debt. A lot of making my mind up that I'm going to pay stuff off. And, a lot of trying to discipline myself to do better, to drive more, to do what I have to do to make things at the house better, as far as paying bills and getting ahead of things.
Okay. And do you feel like it's hard to get through that period or this period?
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard.
Okay. And do you feel like, well, it's a struggle?
It is.
Okay. Like the struggle of going through the steps.
Right. Yeah, because you see things, like you try to plan stuff and it's like it never works. You're like, so I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna make this happen, and then all of a sudden these things happen, and you have to compensate for that, and this falls behind it. So you steady, I don't want to say robbing Peter to pay Paul, but I guess that's the I guess that's it. It's like, it's crazy. But yeah, about a month ago, it was real. Trying to think what else. I mean, nothing. That's basic. That's my life, basically. Right, right now is finding a way to breathe better. Paying off stuff, getting stuff taken care of, stuff that you didn't even think about 5 years ago. Now you're like, okay, I gotta handle it. Gotta do it because it's driving me crazy. Phone's driving me crazy.
So, in a nutshell, the dream, what I see, if this were my dream,
right?
I see it as the struggle. I see the light, or I see that there is a way,
right,
beyond the steps, either climbing or whatever, but you are looking through the steps and trying to get through it. So I'm looking at getting through.
Right.
The struggle getting through something.
Yeah. Yeah, it's called that. I mean, and it's crazy because it's not like it's like when you try to categorize it, like when you say, okay, this is from credit cards we went on vacation, or this is from, it's none of that. All these are like bills that are due every month, right?
Mm-hmm.
Stuff that I mean, it might be a small loan out there, nothing crazy. It's just that you have all this coming at you every month, and like for instance, like I might need something for the house that I need. Nothing. That's not like it'd be nice if I had that. No, I need it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And okay. It's going to put you in a bind for a minute, but you don't do it, then it's going to make it even worse. Like, for instance, if I had a leak in my roof or something, and you don't put a tarp up there, $2,000 can become $10,000.
Exactly.
So you gotta do something about it to mitigate the damage, but then I have to deal with it on the other end. Because you know what? Either I had $2,000 and I spent it, and now I ain't got no money, or I took out a loan for $2,000, and now, there's a new monthly balance that's due, and it sucks.
Yeah,
it sucks.
So, I'm also wondering if it can symbolize like trying to get ahead or trying to go up, but you're trying to, but it's like, hey, let me just get through it.
It's like trying to go up, but you keep getting pulled down. So there's always something. It's like, okay, I can work. Like, okay, so like, let's say you're on the job, and your job go, well, you know what? you can work 10 extra hours overtime, 15 hours extra overtime. You're like, oh man, that's sweet. Then when you get your check, I'm good. Oh man, it's dope. But guess what? All the BS that just came in equals that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, wait a minute, I just worked this. And it all comes to that right there. And it's like, okay, I thank God that I can pay it, but it's, you know, what am I doing? What am I doing wrong? You know, what? You know, I'm seeing all these people traveling and doing all this stuff. And I'm driving Uber. I'm asking people, what does it look like? What does it look like over there? You know, so, I don't know. I just try my best to, let's see, where's this accent to that? Okay, might have cleared it. So yeah, I agree with you. I think that, you know, trying to see my way out, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the struggle is under the staircase, I guess.
And the struggle is getting, well, in your dream, the struggle getting through
Right.
the staircase. Because when I think of those steps at an apartment, you can see through.
Right.
Almost like a lot of times you're looking outside. If you're going up the stairs, you're like covered.
Right.
But you want to get out of it.
Exactly. Yeah.
So,
You got me thinking about stuff. You're pretty good.
no, this is all you. This isn't me. I'm just listening. But now you see how, oh, well, I didn't tell you this.
Okay.
Everything in the dream is you. So it's representing you. You're
Okay.
represented in everything in the dream. So, like the struggle,
Okay.
you're struggling.
Yeah.
And you are you. And even the outside or the stairs, everything represents you.
Okay.
So this is about, you know, the stress, or, you know, like, hey, I want to get from under this. I want to get out of this
Right. Yeah, I mean,
and break free,
yeah.
which we all do.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's a, how can I put this? An undue or this expected pressure, right? That, you know, who your family is, where you come from, that there's this expectation that you're supposed to be at a certain level. And I was always